Chiha is a middle ground between traditional tank and tank destroyers with large caliber guns designed to shoot high explosive projectiles. This way, at the same time, it offers characteristics that are found in both types of vehicles. This premium vehicle has a 120mm gun that shoots high explosive shells with 2.69 kilograms of TNT equivalent of explosives. That gives a 31mm of penetration, which is quite small compared to usual derp guns, and it will be an issue when facing certain tanks, but if you keep in mind that the tank has battle rating of 1.7, the vast majority of opponents you'll face can be destroyed no matter where you hit them. Of course, the more armored enemy is, the more shots it might take. Luckily, the reload time with aced crew is 10 seconds. That's probably the shortest reload time of all vehicles that are designed to shoot high explosive shells as their primary ammo. That means once damaged, opponents will not have enough time to repair engine, barrel or replenish a crew member before you can shoot again. Muzzle velocity is just 290 meters per second. Just like any similar shell, it will take some time to get used to ballistics, and despite it can be used in your advantage to shoot over obstacles, most of the time it will cost you more time adjusting your aim, and shooting at bigger distances will be impossible without using rangefinder first. But in return you get traditional tanks features. First of all, it's a fully functional turret. Despite the rotation is quite slow, 6 degrees per second, you are not required to reveal your position by moving a whole tank in order to aim. And it's much more comfortable to peek around the corner when you can align your gun before exposing your hull. And most importantly, destroyed engine or tracks doesn't leave you defenseless. Guns depression -8 degrees. Not something extraordinary, but definitely better than Soviets. This even lets you hide behind hills between every shot. Another good thing inherited from traditional tanks is artillery support, since Chiha is considered medium tank. That would not be something very important, but at these battle ratings, when every match is full of hull-breakable vehicles, artillery will definitely help you to get additional kills from time to time. Just like most of the vehicles, it has a machine gun, but it's quite tricky since it's mounted on a hull. That means whenever you want to use it, the target has to be in front of you, and fighting planes is nearly impossible. Armor is exactly what you could expect from a medium tank, with armor plates being of up to 35mm thick and no crazy angles. Everyone, maybe except some SPAAs, can penetrate you frontally with well-placed shots. But at the same time, armor protects you from machine guns, and nearby artillery fire explosions are unlikely to do serious damage. In addition to that, vehicle has 5 crew members, giving you a good survivability. 3 of them at the turret are packed very close to each other, but driver and machine gunner are protected by transmission. Additionally, at these battle ratings, small caliber guns fire is not creating too much spalling, and shells don't contain a lot of explosives, so usually you can survive quite a lot of hits before going to hangar. Speed is average. You will be slower than light tanks, which will be majority of tanks in every battle, but you can expect to reliably reach 30 km per hour and even up to 40 on a good and even surface. Backwards 5, which is enough to hide after shot, but it's not that direction you want to be moving big distances. Arcade, in my opinion, is the best game mode for this tank. Every weakness, whatever the tank lacks the most, gets improved. The aiming cross really helps to choose the right elevation, making the shooting of very slow projectiles much easier. Besides that, your speed and turret rotation is also increased, so that you become more similar to other tanks. The only true difference left is reload speed and damage. Enemies shoot faster but do little damage, while you shoot few times slower, but every shot, if not kills, then makes a lot of damage. So your main focus should be don't get caught in the open, because once you get hit, you'll receive shell after shell, not being able to recover and shoot back. But if you stay behind rock or other good cover while reloading, opponents will not be able to take advantage of faster reload. In arcade, the only real problem could be city maps when shooting through fences makes your shell explode upon contact with it. So in general, play defensively, and your only problem will be that 23 shells are not enough to kill everyone on a map. In realistic, this vehicle will require you to get used to ballistic, but things are simplified by tank's battle rating. You will never be placed in big maps, and most of the time your shots will be fired at ranges of up to 400 meters, where it's easy to make ballistic adjustments. Though there is another thing to worry about small maps. Being close to enemies means increased probability that faster vehicles will flank you, and once they get too close, they can exploit your slow turret rotation to stay away from danger, or rush you just after your shot, knowing that they will be able to shoot at least few times before you will be able to respawn. So this is a double-edged sword. You want to be as close as possible to land more precise shots, but at the same time, being too close means that you can be overrun quickly. Overall, Chiha shotgun helps a lot when you want to start researching Japan tech tree and have some fun with derp guns at the same time. Despite small battle rating, tank is placed in second tier, which gives it ability to research up to tier 3 without penalties, while still being matched against reserve tanks. Unfortunately, the tank is not suitable in setups with bigger tier tanks because 31mm of armor penetration will not do any serious damage as soon as you reach rank 2 and everyone will have more armor. And it's not a tank for competitive game because reload creates bigger than usual reload gaps when you are defenseless. Combine that with turret rotation and slow overall maneuverability, and this tank has too many vulnerabilities that are easily exploited by more experienced players. So it's not the tank you could carry a whole team on your back. Despite that, reload time still gives a unique feeling. When missing a high caliber, high explosive shell is not a tragedy anymore and can be repeated in 10 seconds, resulting in more relaxed gameplay. So basically it's an accelerated version of a derp gun that makes it fun researching the first tiers in Japan tank tree and allow you to skip grind with traditional tanks.